Trudeau's Liberals now blaming the Mounties for the $6,000 a night hotel room. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist with the Toronto Sun. It's unreal how the Trudeau government has handled this file so badly since October, when we broke the news that the stay for the Queen's funeral for the Canadian delegation was well over $400,000, a lot of it spent at the Corinthia Hotel in London. Well, the help were sent out to the Hampton by Hilton out by the airport. Well, that included the news of a $6,000 a night hotel room. Before the story was published, I asked several government officials, including people in Trudeau's PMO, the Prime Minister's office, who stayed in the $6,000 a night hotel room. The Governor General's office was quick to say it wasn't Governor General Mary Simon, but the Prime Minister's office refused to answer. So did Global Affairs Canada. They'd not only refused to answer before I published the story, they refused to answer after I published the story. They refused to answer until last week, from October until last week, 5 months. And then they let the cat out of the bag just as Joe Biden's plane was landing in Ottawa for the presidential visit. Now, they hoped that that would make the story go away. And then this week, on Wednesday, Liberal House Leader Mark Holland, responding to a question about the budget that didn't even mention the hotel room, goes off on this tangent.
Speaker, in what world is it fair to tell Canadians who are dealing with the most difficult time since the Second World War to use the kind of incendiary language and misrepresentation of facts that we saw on the other side? We are going through a global inflation challenge, but this is a pattern of behavior where they make it personal, they attack, and they make up facts. You take the Prime Minister being in London, where they talked about the cost of a hotel room. That hotel room, Mr. Speaker, was for more than one room, and it included rooms for security. There is a constant effort on the part of the party opposite.
Okay, so now the hotel room was for the Mounties, or at least they had to do the $6,000 a night hotel room. I'll be honest, it's listed as a 3-bed river suite on the bill at the Corinthia Hotel, the room with the complimentary butler that the Prime Minister stayed in. Is it a 3-bedroom suite? We don't know. We just know that it cost a lot of money, and we've asked the government since October for an explanation. Had they come to me in October before I published it and said, Brian, you're right, that's a huge cost, but here's why. The Prime Minister and his wife stayed in one room of the suite. Another room was used for, let's say, secure communications, the devices that travel with the Prime Minister, and another was used for the RCMP detail that are with the Prime Minister at all times so that they could have a space to sit. Any of that. It could have been used for meetings, anything. They offered no explanation. They refused to say who stayed in it. They didn't want to talk about it. They just looked guilty, and they skated around it for months. And now they're trying to blame the Mounties. It's a simple explanation that could work, but if that were the truth, why didn't they bring that out more than 5 months ago? Why did they put up with 5 months of bad headlines before somebody said, hey guys, wait a minute, we have an easy answer? It's why I doubt the story from the start, and it's why they should probably answer more questions on this. Look, I get it. Some people say this is a dead horse you're beating, Lilley. This is just a $6,000 a night hotel room, doesn't amount to a hill of beans. Well, if that's the case, why wouldn't the government answer the simple questions in October? Why did they spend months fighting this, redacting documents on access to information, having a committee force them to release it? Why? Why, if it's that simple, didn't they just tell the truth at the time? Maybe it's because they wouldn't recognize the truth if they tripped over it. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, share this on social media, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.